This one's for all you Disney professional internship hopefuls. Now, in case you're new to my channel, I am currently doing a professional internship here at Walt Disney World with the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. And during my application process, I noticed something. There are no professional internship vloggers. So during my whole application process, I was trying to look up, oh, what do I do? What's different than a college program application? And I couldn't find anything, and I got super confused because the entire process is different. So I thought I would share my application story, which may be different than other people's application stories because the professional internship varies so much. But I thought you guys could get a general idea about what my experiences were in case you guys are interested in applying as well. So I knew I wanted to do a professional internship since the moment I left my college program. So when applications opened in the fall, so it would have been for the spring semester, I looked up which jobs I would be interested in and I printed off the application so that I can go ahead and prepare my resume and my cover letters for the jobs that I knew I would want to apply in the spring for this fall term. So to look up jobs, it's disneyinterns.com, and you go and search jobs, and there is a variety of jobs from technology, communication, public relations, events, animal science, who knows? And I know some people question if you should only apply to a few professional internships or if you should apply to 100. And my suggestion is apply to the ones that fit your experience and what your major is in college the best. So for me, my focus is in event planning, but I also have marketing experience. So I looked through all the jobs and I applied to about 7 different marketing and event management positions. So applications opened in January, which was about a week after the college program ones opened up. So when you apply, the first thing you do is provide a customized resume and cover letter for the job that you are applying to. Now, my tip is to make sure that these are customized to that exact job position, because before your application and resume goes to an actual person, it goes through a computer. And the computer looks up keywords such as planning, communication. If you're applying for an event job like I did, I made sure I have events on there, and I'm doing a sport job now, so I had sports on there. I had all these keywords that when it went through the computer, it went into submission. Now, if you don't have keywords, then your resume and application is gonna go no longer consideration right away. All right, say it with me, guys. Submission is good. So unlike the college program where submission is kind of scary and you're scared that nothing's gonna ever happen, being in submission is actually good for a professional internship. Now, when your dashboard says in progress, that means your application has been reviewed by an actual person. So if it doesn't say in progress yet, that means no person has actually opened your application. So about cover letters, a question that I had, and I know a lot of people have, is who should you address the cover letter to? Should you address it to an actual person or just a general one? And I found out the best way is to actually make it general, because your application goes to so many different people in these departments. If you address it to a specific person, then it doesn't work out as well. So I said, "Dear Disney recruiter" in my cover letter, and it worked out because I guess I got my internship. So the next questions I usually ask in the application are more specific to your position. And so since I applied for a lot of events jobs and marketing jobs, the main question was, how many years of experience do you have in events or marketing? And then that was pretty much like the only question. And then the other question was, are you a Disney College Program alumni? And if you are a Disney College Program alumni, remember your PERNer number. I am so glad I remembered my PERNer number for my program, because I kept getting confused with my student ID number at my university, so I kind of already remembered my PERNer number. Oops. But they ask if you're an alumni and your number, and that's pretty much it. And then they talk about that in your interview a lot. And that's about it for the application side of it, and it will take a couple of weeks before you start hearing news about interviews. So in terms of interviews, there's something called a screening interview, which is different than what the college program interviews are. For the college program, you just have one interview, which is a phone call interview. Now, with the screening interview, this interview will go to every single application that you applied for. Now, unlike what other people say, it is possible to have more than one screening interview. I kept asking people and they were saying, no, just one screening interview is gonna cover every single application. That is true, but some departments have their own screening interview. So since I applied to some marketing jobs, there is a specific marketing screening interview. But I had another screening interview about a week later after that screening interview that was gonna cover all the other positions besides marketing. Now, I'm not sure if other departments do that besides marketing, but that's just my experience. It is possible to have more than one screening interview. And the screening interviews are pretty much like the college program. They ask a bunch of general questions. It's gonna cover the basics, making sure that you're a good person, that you have good experience. That's pretty much it. And then there is more waiting. I remember after my screening interviews, they were like, it's gonna take about a month before you hear any other information. A month. And then I got some phone calls from people in the departments that I applied to asking for interviews. Now, I got asked to do 3 additional interviews on top of my screening interview. 1 was for the position I applied for, and then 2 was for the alumni only positions. So the first interview I had was for the sports and operations internship, which is what I got now. And I did the interview, it was really nice. She talked about everything that was on my resume, and she also talked about my previous Disney experience, so that was a lot of fun. And they ask other questions like, what's your favorite quote, or what's your favorite memory about Disney? So after I finished this interview and I thanked them for interviewing me, I still had 2 additional interviews to do. But I got a phone call about 3 days after that interview with the sports one, and it was from a Disney recruiter. Now, this phone call was not scheduled. I did not get an email saying that he's gonna call me at a certain time. He actually called me during work and I wasn't able to talk to him at that time because I was currently working my previous internship. So then with him on the phone, I scheduled for the next day for him to call me at a certain time. And with that next day phone call, I got it! It was so exciting. He told me that I got it, saying there's gonna be Mickey confetti everywhere. And it was just so much fun just talking to him on the phone. I was crying. Anyway, yay, I got it. But then I had 2 more interviews I was still scheduled for. So then I had to email these people directly saying that I got something else and I couldn't interview with them. The position that I actually ended up getting was the one that I really wanted. If you wanted something else more, you can accept the one that they offer and then continue interviewing with other positions. But I didn't do that because that was the one I really wanted. So that's pretty much it about the whole application and interview process. Mine is different than other people's experiences, like I said. I know some people have video interviews, and I know some people have more than 1 interview after the screening interview. But I was lucky enough to only have 1 interview after my screening interview, and I got it, and I'm so excited to start work. I can't believe it. If you have any questions about the application or interview process, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments below. And I hope to do a video of more specific to resumes and cover letters. If you guys are interested in that video, just let me know. And yeah, I am so excited to be here. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel because I will be talking a lot more about professional internships and exactly what I do. Like I said, there isn't much professional internship bloggers. I know there's a lot of college program bloggers, which is what I did in my program. It's very helpful to see other people doing the program so you know what everyday life is like. So be sure to like this video and to subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye! Ta-da!